Katty Konnie and Loudmouth Linda, keeping it real, no agenda. Satire, truth, and a whole lot of fun. Politics, crime, we get it all done. From breaking news to a joke or two, we do it our way just for you. We just can't make this stuff up. 1 year strong and we ain't gonna stop. Mic in hand, voices loud, shouting truth, making you proud.
Hello.
Anybody there? Hello? I'm hungry. I just ate too.
Hello.
No.
All right, guys. Well, we were going to talk about
I didn't put my
Don
mascara.
Lemon, but we decided that Don Lemon doesn't need our attention, so we're not.
Yeah, he's a married homosexual, okay, that doesn't need anybody's attention. He's on no cable. Nobody wants him, and he does stuff for attention. I don't want to give him attention, but y'all can talk amongst yourself because I don't care.
Well, the only comment I have to say is there's places in this United States where people should not act a fool, and one of them is church, the house of the Lord. And when they walked in there and they acted like, you know what, they had to bid on something. I'm wondering what's blowing smoke in what people are breathing.
There is no shame and no respect for the Lord.
None.
Okay?
None.
And he's a homosexual. Okay? Mm-hmm. So he has no respect for God. Okay? So
well, you know what? When he meets his maker, he's going to have a whole lot of different opinions.
All right, because you know he's going to hell because he's a queer.
Well, I don't know about that because I can't be judge and jury there. But
no, you can't be judge and jury. But God does not. He does not recognize homosexuality. Mary,
I can say this. There's places you don't go in and stormtroop like you think you own the place. When they scream our streets, they're not their streets. They're taxpayer streets, not their streets. Taxpayers' streets. And none of those people even have a job to pay taxes. So it can't be their street. Okay? Well, just plain and simple. The end of that.
Yeah, like I said, he wanted attention and he got it from somebody. So there you go.
Oh, they're all going out. They're all up in arms about him. And he's saying, I didn't do that. I didn't even know it was a church. But what? You didn't know it was a church? You didn't know it was a church.
You know, like I said, he's trying to make himself relevant at somebody else's expense. Shame on him.
Well, and then now we have Tim Walz that they're trying to make an all-black zone where they can block it all off, where it's only black people can go in there and no white people can go in there. It's a black zone.
Again. Shiny object. It doesn't make any difference.
This is a party of unity, not division. We want unity.
They're full of shit. They want unity. My ass. They've been causing more trouble and more division than any party has ever had. They've caused more division in our United States in the last 8 years than any people I've ever seen in my life.
And that's why we have got to make sure that they stay out of power for the next 20. Right. Okay,
right.
We gotta fix
I guess it's been longer than that.
Yeah, we gotta fix
it. You had the Clintons and the Obamas in there too, and they were a lot longer than 8 years ago. And then you've got Biden, and then I don't know what was going on with Carter because I don't know. He was too busy giving all of our stuff away, like Biden was giving
his peanut farm.
Well, you know, he was giving everything away, just like Tim Walz is giving everything away, and the Somalians are taking it with a big smile on their face saying, here, give us some more. Give us some more. Well, you know what? I think we should give them some more. I think we should give them a ticket out of here. Here you go. Here you go. Here's the more that you need. Goodbye. See you later. I don't care what these people are saying. My neighbor, my whatever, my Somalian neighbor. Okay, well, they're not my neighbor. Sorry. They came here illegally. They're not my neighbor.
Again, I just want to see handcuffs. I want to see people in prison. I want to see.
When do we get to see the perp walk for Waltz?
Okay, all of them, and nothing gets done. Okay, I don't see anything. They're. I'm sure there's investigations. I'm sure. Okay, I'm sure.
Well, how can you do anything when you got the judges that are ruling right along with them? How much are they getting paid?
Well, that's a good
Well,
question.
it's not how much they're getting paid; it's how much are they getting bribed.
Right. Thievery. Again, stealing taxpayer money.
Stay stealing. No fraud. It's stealing. Okay.
It is stealing. It is stealing.
It is.
And they're taking the money and they're they're taking and putting all of this stuff to the forefront that they want, that they think is important, whether a man a biological man can breastfeed. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care if they can breastfeed or not, but I looked it up because I wanted to prove a fact to myself. And no, they can't unless they go through a whole lot of hormone treatments. And then what is the baby getting? Nothing.
Hormones.
Nothing. Hormones to make them crazy.
Again.
More crazy. So we have more crazy people in our world. And believe me, I think we've got enough crazy. We have enough crazy. We don't need any more crazy.
Mm-mm.
No more.
Now, speaking of crazy, I was told about a half hour ago that I was crazy.
Oh, did you say thank you?
Yeah, I did. I
Okay.
did, because somebody was talking to me about the poor people in Minnesota, and they had no regards for life to kill that woman. And I says, yeah, well, what about all the fraud? Well, and you don't think that Mr. Trump doesn't have fraud? This is not taxpayer money. And if he
No.
did,
No. They would have ran on it. If they had
$9 billion.
if they would have had one thing on him, one major thing on him, it would have been all over the campaign trail, out in big lights flashing like the 4th of July. They didn't have anything on it.
Don't understand. That's what they don't understand. They don't get it. They don't get it. Do you not think that if they had something that big on him, that it wouldn't have been out years ago? 3 years ago? 4 years ago? 5 years ago?
Yeah. But instead they're going to hide who, and ChaCha, it's not just the one that's tried to shoot him, it's two. And they've already said that the Ayatollah said, watch out, we've got a hit on your head. And I'm like, and that just all gets shoved underneath the carpet.
Because they
can't get away with their agenda, the things that they're hiding in the dark, that they got to hide in the dark so nobody can see it.
They want us to become Venezuela. They want us to become Mexico. They want us to be the cesspool of the world, and they want us not to have anything. And when that happens, what happens? It's anarchy. Okay?
And it's going to be anarchy.
And when all of that happens and it's done, and they have no money to take taxes from anybody, then they're going to be eating dogs in the street. We will be invaded by China. Okay, we will be invaded by everybody else because we have illegals, we have Somalians, we have people that are stealing from us, and nobody respects police. Nobody respects the military. If
Mm-mm.
anybody spit in your face, what would you do?
I would slap the shit out of them. That
There
would be,
you go.
I'm
There
sorry.
you go. Okay.
I would.
That is, there is no shame. Okay. There is a lack of respect for authority. And
Mhm.
I'm telling you, if somebody spit in my face, they would rue the day. It
Yeah.
would, the slap coming back to them. No, you cannot do that. That is
No.
wrong.
That's assault.
Exactly. And so, but they get away with it. They
Yeah,
try
but
to run people out.
they should
They
all be
get away
perp
with
walked.
it.
Do you
They all should be
remember?
perp walked.
Do you remember that if somebody spit on a cop, that it used to be considered attempted murder? Hi,
Okay,
KFM.
ma'am.
It's a
It
felony.
used to be
It's a
attempted
felony.
murder because you don't know if that person has some
It,
kind of whacked out
it
disease
is
or something.
a felony
It
assault.
is.
Whenever you
Yep.
strike a policeman or spit on them, or it is a felony.
Right.
Okay,
And they
it is
should
a
all be in handcuffs and going to jail. And you know what? They shouldn't be going in there for 4 hours and then coming back out and being able to protest again or do whatever they're doing or take their, you know what? The first time they take a suitcase full of millions of dollars, they should be taken in the back and investigated immediately. Where did this money come from? How did you get this money? And I don't care if somebody called ahead of time and said that you were going to bring it. I don't care.
Right.
Where did it come from? Where did
Right.
it come from?
Well, my thing is nobody reports the 3 plane loads of Somalians that are being deported every day. Nobody reports on all of the other stuff. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay. But they're all going to implode whenever there's no money and whenever all of that stops. What do you think is going to happen to all of these people that are illegally
But
here?
here's
What
the
are they going to
thing, though.
do?
Here's the thing, though. What's going to stop them from putting us in housing and making us work and get no paychecks and they get the money?
Well, that's when we're going to have to stand up for ourselves.
That's where I feel it's going.
It's
course
going
it is.
that way. It's going to
Of
go
course
there.
it is. Of course it is. So
So they won't run out of money. They'll have it all.
We need to talk to Trump. We need to talk to Marco Rubio. We need to talk to our congressman. The one tried to call me today, and I said, I'll talk to you whenever you call me on the phone, and I can tell you if you want my vote, this is what it's going to take. So a conversation with that.
And you know what? And I'm going to say something, and I'm probably going to irritate somebody, and I'm sorry if I do, but I'm going to tell you right now. I don't think JD Vance is going to be our next president. I'm sorry. I think our next one's going to be Marco Rubio. I think they are grooming him, and I see them grooming him on the backside, and I see JD Vance doing nothing. Nothing.
the again,
He came in hot.
he came in hot, but from my perspective, there's a plan. And I know that I keep saying that. Read the art of the deal. I'm going to say that again. Read the art of the deal. Read the art of the deal. The negotiation, what Trump does. He's already planned the next 3, 4, 10 years in his own mind. He's playing chess pieces with everything and all around the world. Okay. When all of that's taken care of, it's easier to take care of what needs to be done here, because the main thing is to make sure that the Democrats are out of office. And at the rate we're going, hopefully, okay, it's when they tell you you're crazy and you laugh at them and say thank you very much. If that's all you've got to say to me, then sorry for
it's not a whole lot. Or call me Nazi. You know what? Call me Nazi. Call me fascist. You know, it's getting old. It's getting old, and it's starting to wear on people. And when you start terrorizing our children and making our children cry when they go to places that they think they're safe, this is the time that you have to go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect your $100. You're going to jail, and I don't care where you end up after that. If they put you in Guantanamo or wherever they put you, you need to go there, because you don't need to be doing this to our kids. I'm sorry.
And
Like our kids need to be protected.
and just to finish up with that phone call that I had, she proceeded to tell me I was a maggot. And I
A
said,
mega,
I
mega,
said, no,
whatever.
I'm not a maggot.
A maggot.
A maggot. She called
And
me a
you didn't
maggot.
laugh out loud?
I,
I would have laughed out loud. If that's
right?
the best you could do,
I said, now you're insulting my intelligence.
if that is the best you could do is name call
Right.
this
Well,
person
and that's what I
retarded.
said. That's what I said. Our friendship has come to name calling. Should
Yeah.
I call you a libtard? Should I call you a demo rat?
Right? Well, and here's the thing, those are bottom feeders. So, you know what? These people that are out here and they're protesting and acting stupid and getting away with giving all of our money in tax pay, these are what are really maggots. These are maggots. These are bottom feeders that are
Yeah.
that is the definition of a
Yeah,
maggot.
if that person, if that's the best they can do is to call you that, then you know that they are light in the mental capacity to have a conversation, because
Well, we have a lot of mental
you don't revert to being a 5-year-old to name call somebody that's an adult a maggot. What is that? What
Right?
really what is that? And you need to shame whoever this individual is, but that is the best that you've got.
It's shameful. Shame.
Call me
Shame.
that.
Shame.
Okay,
Shame.
because I disagree with you. Okay, case in point, she proved your point. You're smarter than she is. She's uneducated. She doesn't know what she's talking about, because if that's all she's got left is to call you a maggot, then you have to feel sorry for her. Okay?
You know what,
Because
and Trump is sending in the military into Minnesota right now. She said, I saw a travel warning today from Minneapolis. They're going after white women who are alone. Well, you know what? That's not gonna go over very well, because the military is coming in. And you know what you're gonna find out? You're gonna find out that some of these white women are packing. And you're going to see that people are going to start standing up, and there's going to be a lot of bloodshed because people are getting sick of this.
Yep. Let something happen to a crazy redneck woman.
Or let something happen to a crazy redneck woman.
Yeah, that too. This
I mean,
going to be balls.
She's packing. She's packing. She's not going to put up with it.
Nope.
You know, do you think for 1 second that Kristi Noem would put up with it? She would she would use everything she's got right then, right there. That would be it. You would be laid out. And that is the reason why she's in the position she's in. She has a set of gonads that aren't showing, that are probably bigger than Texas. The girl is something else for as little bitty as she is. And she ain't going to put up with it. And you know what, Cameron? There's going to be a lot of women that aren't going to put up with it.
I need to start a GoFundMe. I need $100 to get my CPL.
All right? Get a GoFundMe. We're going to get a GoFundMe so everybody can start.
I'm serious. I need to start a GoFundMe. I need $100 so I can get my CPL.
Right? So we can start packing.
I mean, I got my gun, but it's not doing any good in the safe.
Well, you know what? I got news for you. What are they going to do? I would pack it anyway. And you know what? What are they used to be in Texas. You could get it for $5 online.
Well, you can get it online, but it's still $89.
See, they had it for $5 at one time. Everybody was wanting it.
So anybody out there watching, please, even if you can send $1, if I get 100 people to send me $1, then yeah, I really need to get a CPL.
You have yours, ChaCha? Do you have your CPL?
yes.
I have mine too.
Yes.
I know, KMM, you probably never have handled a gun, honey, and you probably never had to. But you know what? It's time that you go out to the shooting range and you handle one and you get good at it.
Yeah.
because we're going to all we have to defend ourselves. If the government is not going to come in, they can't watch everything, then we're going to have to defend ourselves.
And
People are
you know
going to
what?
have to stand up.
They got some really awesome women guns out there. I got a baby Ruger, and I had a 9 millimeter, and it was so big, I had a hard time pulling the trigger. And I went and I sold it, and I went back and I got a baby Ruger that fits nice and snug in my hand, that takes 9 millimeters, and
Mhm.
it's loaded with hollow points.
There you go. There you go.
So,
And can
yes,
you
you know,
get your son-in-law to train you? Do it. Don't
yes,
be
do
afraid of
it.
it. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. It's not the gun to be afraid of. It's the
Right,
person that's behind the
The
gun you
gun.
need to be
right,
afraid of.
right,
Yep,
right. I mean, it's
absolutely.
scary because you were probably raised like me in the Midwest that, you don't need a gun, Yeah, see, you don't need a gun. What do you need a gun for? You know, but in these days and times,
You
I
got
don't
to be able
know.
to protect
I think
yourself.
I paid like 500 or 600 for my gun, something like that, maybe if that.
And you
But
know what? And I'm going to tell you, I don't know if I'm the only one sitting here, but if I don't have my gun, I've got an equalizer of some sort with me. I've got a tire iron. I've got something. And my purse is heavy enough to knock somebody out. I'm telling you, I carry enough stuff in there that if I swing it hard enough, it'll knock them out. All I got to do is get them down to their knees so I can kick them in the face a few times.
All
You
you got to
know,
do is kick him in the nuts,
that's
okay?
it. That's it. Because I'm telling you, my dad was a gun toting, pistol packing son of a gun.
I
yeah,
wanted
nobody in my family ever had guns except for my dad had a rifle to go hunting with.
My dad
my
took a
dad.
gun everywhere
My
he
dad
went.
used to carry his rifles in the back of his truck. Remember back in the
Yeah,
day?
when you could write it upside in the window of the truck
Yeah.
and nobody said a word. My
Debbie, Debbie,
my
look at
dad had
this.
a 357 mag right underneath
Look at
his
that.
seat. Look at I know that's a good picture of him.
Okay, I know how much you love him.
That's a good picture of him.
Look at him.
Yep, Pete
Mhm.
Hegseth.
Okay, look at the arms. Look.
Well,
Yeah.
we're living in trying times,
Yeah.
and the people are going to have to stand up. We can't. Those crazy people need to know that, you know what, you think you're crazy, well, we're crazier. Keep pushing, just keep pushing those buttons, and you'll find out exactly where the crazy people are, because we're done. We're done.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
done putting up with it all. We're done with you stealing our money. We're done with having to pay taxes on stuff that, I paid taxes on my house for 30 years because I have a house loan for 30 years. I pay taxes on it for 30 years. And somebody comes and buys my home. They have to pay for the taxes for another 30 years. That's ridiculous. That's theft. That's stealing.
Somebody's got to pay for the illegals. Okay.
Well, not me. I'm not paying for them. I didn't
well,
invite them
that's
here.
like we had this. Hi, zombie.
Zombie, we're talking about how we need to get everybody out of here, and how you're over there in Canada. Are they allowing you to start packing in Canada? Because you're going to need to start packing in Canada.
We talked about this before, that all of the licenses that you get and the permits that you have to get, they're all illegal. You shouldn't have to pay for a marriage license. You shouldn't have to pay for a driver's license. You shouldn't have to pay for any kind of license.
Do you know it costs you
It's
50
legal.
bucks to get married and about 600 to get a divorce? Tell me how that works.
By
Well,
law,
it's more than 600 now.
by all you have to do, okay, you don't need a license. You don't need any, by law, okay? All you got to say is, I marry you. And that's legal. That's it.
Wow.
You don't need to pay taxes on it. You don't need a license. You don't need nothing. All you got to say is, I marry you.
And
That's
then
the
what happens when you want to unmarry you?
you unmarry, you leave, unless you have kids or property or whatever, you leave. Back in the olden days when they put the daughter on the wagon train to go west, okay, they married by the preacher on the side of the road, and that was it. You
Right?
wouldn't
See,
And
sign
then,
no
see,
license or anything.
Zombie, you're absolutely right. That's hilarious because the libtards are spilling over to you guys in Canada saying that, to get ice out of here, and you don't even have ice. So, see how this retardedness is affecting other countries' brains?
They also have their issues with illegals, okay?
yeah,
Well,
but
I
they don't have
know they
ice
do.
there. They said
Yeah,
we
but
have
they
we,
don't have that many
we,
illegals. They don't have 20 to 40 million illegals.
You
I'll
need a
tell you
cooler
what.
name than CBP. You need a cooler
I'm
name than
going to tell you something. I lived very close to the Canadian border, and it takes an
I
act of
do.
Congress to get across the border of Canada.
Yeah.
They
I
don't,
do.
and no,
I only live like 15 minutes from Windsor.
and it takes a lot to get over the Canadian border. They want to ask you 100 billion questions and what are you doing here? Why you're here? How long are you going to be here? We're going to take the clock and start timing you from the minute your car drives off.
Now that you say that, Connie, remind me next time we're on the phone to tell you about the story. The time I went to Canada with my son and his then girlfriend to return a pair of shoes. Yeah, remind me to tell you that story.
Well, I'm sure you probably had to punch a time clock because
No, it's actually
Canadian
quite.
down here,
It's actually you'll probably
they
laugh.
probably walked in there with you. Zombie said a few million running from the States came here. Carney was like, "You're welcome here." Oh, so you've got them there too. You got a few million there too. We started way back when Syria was being bombed. We welcomed all of them. Okay, and
Suckers!
how did that work? And how did that work out for you? Are
Suckers!
Well, that's just like when we went and trained the Iranians. How did that work out for us?
Yeah, we trained them on how they could kill us.
Right? Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
here, let me train you on how to use our weapons so you can. Yeah, see, it hasn't. It hasn't worked, and you know what? It hasn't worked here either.
It
So
won't
in
work.
in Canada, do you guys have it as bad as we have it over here with the division of the rights and the wrongs? I mean lefts.
The left and they don't they have parliament.
Well, I know, but they
Oh,
still have
they got the
parties.
Tory party. The Tory
Right.
party is starting to stand up and over there now. Yep. See, yeah, that's what they have. The Tory party's getting is standing up now. Hmm? I guess the Tory party is the working class, and they're standing up.
How many
The
people live
the
in
media
Canada?
blocks that stuff.
Of
See, look,
course.
How
the
Of
many
course.
media
people live
blocks that.
in Canada?
What?
Well, Canada is under the king and queen of
How many people live there?
England. A bunch. Canada's pretty big.
Canada is pretty big.
Canada's big.
A bunch, okay?
A bunch. They got a bunch.
Bunch.
Zombie, what is the population of Canada? It's big, I bet you.
Yeah.
But then you know what? We've got a bunch of people in Alaska too. So there you go.
Oh, you're
No, we
saying
are
the crown?
separated from the crown. Yep. You are separated from the crown now. I thought you were still with the crown. Well, that's
But
Well,
they
no
still
wonder why Trudeau can get away with what he did.
right. Right. Well, they got rid of him.
Then again, you got flimsy mimsy king over there. So
I did hear that Trump has decided to send the military to Minnesota today. Yes, I did hear that. Yes, ma'am, I did. And they're getting ready to roll in, and things are getting ready to change in Minnesota. We're allies, yes, but we are our
200
own
years ago,
country.
really?
We
Then why
separated
your money
200
still
years
have the
ago.
queen on it or the king? I mean, I'm being serious. I'm not trying to be smart and rude. If you separated that long ago,
but
What's the crown still on their money?
We'll look
That's a
it
good
up.
question.
Oh, you respected them. Well, you know what I want to know? Has anyone heard from King Charles? Where's he at?
Oh, he's been sick. Remember?
Yeah, yeah. No, but William just put out William put out a thing on social media yesterday of him sitting in his private jet working on the way to some big meeting for, the environment.
Okay, well, see,
On his private jet,
there you go.
on his way. Just saying, just reporting. It's
Yeah.
down there. Look it up.
What does ChaCha say? This is for entertainment purposes only.
That's right.
And Donna says allies are not forever, only as required.
Oh, really? Okay. Well,
Canada,
I hope he fits well, but we all know that, he's old.
Canada's population is 41 million.
That's a lot of people.
But
you know what? We got that many people that came in illegal.
41 million is the illegal people that are here, okay?
We have something like, 370 million people?
Yes.
No wonder why our roads are so damn congested.
Yeah, we got 41 million. And they don't have to have a driver's license because they don't. Well, no, you guys, no, that's a lie because I heard this is for entertainment purposes only.
Donna.
But I heard that when they came in, they got a driver's license, a social security number, and a gift card.
Oh, you see that? 2 years ago, it was 25 million.
And it came in, and it all came in one bag.
They almost doubled in a couple of years because of,
Biden. Just opened our doors and said, come on in. Everybody's welcome here. Come on in, and we're gonna give you this package. Do you guys remember the welcome wagon? You don't remember the welcome wagon? When you moved into your house, the welcome wagon would come to your house and they would give you. Okay, well, this is what we were doing. We were the welcome wagon, and we gave them their social security card, their driver's license, and a gift card that had $5,000 on it. Oh, and we gave them cell phone because we wanted to track them and find out where they were at. And if you go down to McAllen, Texas, you will find a dumpster that is full of nothing but cell phones because they don't want to be tracked.
There you go.
Yes, Donna, I do. I'm thinking it's more than it's every time I come downstairs. I was pretty clear today, and now I've been back down here for a couple hours and I'm getting stuffed up and my eyes are starting to water and itch. So I think there's something down here I'm allergic to. Probably just being down here.
You're allergic to being in the basement. I don't blame you.
I'm allergic just to being here. Which I won't be tonight.
So ChaCha, what is the population of Alaska?
Let me look real quick. Okay, because I was looking. King Charles is the monarch of Canada, but he's a monarch, but it's not sovereign, and he's like the monarch, right? Yeah,
and name only just to say.
But he's still the king of Canada. All right.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Hey, sounds good on paper.
Oh well. Yeah, that's just like you can write anything on a resume. Doesn't mean that you can do it.
And I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Yeah, there you go. I'm going to start saying that. I'm going to start saying that too. I'm the Queen of Sheba. And
what that's going to get you, right?
It looks good on paper, right?
It looks good on paper.
I'll
put it on my resume. Queen of
Sheba. Right.
Alaska's population is estimated to be between 741,000 and 753,000.
Yeah, I didn't think
Where
it
is
was
it?
that much
Double
because
the
so
size
much-
of Corpus Christi, Texas.
Isn't that amazing for as big as Canada
well,
or as
a
Alaska?
lot of that area is uninhabitable.
Yeah, I guess that's true too.
I mean,
It's really cool.
I come across a woman every once and again on Facebook, and she lives in North Pole, Alaska, and it's like minus 41 degrees outside, and she says, "Well, come with me to go grocery shopping," and it's like. Bitch, at 41 degrees below zero, I wouldn't be going grocery shopping.
No, that's when you have Walmart deliver.
They don't even
DoorDash.
A state that big and has less than 1 million people.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
there's some
Are there any illegals up there?
you can guarantee
I don't
there's no
think
illegals there. No, there's no illegals there because they freeze their
They
huevos.
have about the same amount of people as Greenland does.
That's less. Greenland has 56,000.
There you go.
Yep.
That's why Greenland's going to be part of the United States.
Well, see, and polar bears will eat you in Alaska. So,
Oh, isn't it brown bears in Alaska or black
and polar bears? They got polar bears. They got them all, those bears. Because those bears can live up there. We can.
We have brown bears almost everywhere. On the
Yeah.
East Coast, on the East Coast, they're
Yeah,
everywhere. Yeah, they
And
really
here
are.
we have foxes and wolves and all kinds of things.
Yeah,
you
they don't like people.
you live in a shitty area when you have to travel by snowmobile
My dog sled.
10 months out of the year.
Well, some of them don't even have a snowmobile. They go by dog sled.
Yep. Yeah, and let me tell you, they can pull. We had 5 of them, and my son.
Oh my
put
God.
on his
Listen
roller.
to KMM. It was negative 15 wind chill, and we still skated tonight for 3 hours.
You're a trooper.
so
You're a
weak.
trooper.
Yep, you are at minus 15. I would not be out there skating.
Are you
I'm
kidding?
telling you, I would have to. Yeah, no, I couldn't do it. I used to be able to do stuff like
It's
that.
minus 20 with the wind chill here tonight.
Well, it's 45 here. No, it was 43 here this morning. It's 60 right now, but we are getting ready to get nailed. And I mean nailed big this weekend.
It's not going to freeze, right?
Oh, yeah. And we're going to get with precipitation. So that means we're going to get snow, my friend.
You kept saying that, didn't you?
I've said it 100 times and nobody.
Said that we were going to get snow. I didn't believe you. Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah. I talked to my girlfriend in Florida, and she's like, "Oh, I had to turn the heat on," and she's Southern Florida, and I'm like, "Really?" I said, "Don't tell me. Let me guess. It's in the 50s." Yeah, it's 57. It's 57. It's freezing.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
We are 60 right now, but this weekend but you know what? We're going to get snow, but you guys up there in the north, oh, look at Donna in Indiana is negative 19 and to negative 29. And you know what? This weekend, you guys are going to get nailed because it's going to come down to us. So it's got to get to you before it gets to us.
Okay. Well,
They're already talking about school closings for next week.
Okay, see, there you go, ChaCha. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah,
We're gonna
it's
get
Monday,
nailed.
and they're already talking about school closings for next week.
Right? And you know what? And if it snows here, the whole world shuts down. They don't know what to do. I saw people the first time it snowed here in 103 years. They were sledding down in little hills on card tables, and they were getting in their laundry basket.
Okay, I have to tell you this. I don't know if anybody on here follows Josh and Chase
No, I've never heard of them.
No, me
from
either.
England. Well, they come over to America and they go to different areas. Well, they decided like they decided that they would come to Michigan for a Midwestern winter
Why?
and just to experience it.
That was dumb.
And yeah, and he's like, "You Americans are mental." He's like, "How do you how do you put up with this? I see people walking around in shorts and t-shirts, and people are like, it's kind of mild today.
Oh, they do. They
It's
do. That is
37
no lie.
degrees."
They do. They do in Wyoming too, in North Dakota and South Dakota. It is freezing cold there. It's in the negatives, and they're wearing their gym shorts
Oh,
and their socks.
they're like up here now, in up in this area. No,
Uh,
it goes like this. Yeah, they're up here in this area of Michigan,
uh,
and they're not even at the bad part yet.
They're not at the bad part. Oh my God.
No, look, it is so bad that the Mackinac Bridge closes down for wind. But if it's not closed down, they employ people to drive your car across the bridge if you're too scared to do it and you have to get across the bridge.
well, I am telling you what. If
True.
when it comes this weekend, the new Harbor Bridge will be the first place closed down. That will be closed.
Well, of
The
course it
town,
will.
the city will be closed.
Of course it will. Of course it will. Okay. Oh my God. That's
And you won't be
Cry
able
me a
to
river,
get
you guys. Cry me a river.
and you won't be able to buy a stick of
Right?
wood.
Here's my violin. I'm playing
a
my
violin.
violin
Okay.
for you.
It's a violin. Wah,
Yeah,
wah.
and you know what? And our heat bills will go up because we won't have a stick of wood to put in our fireplace. We'll have to use our heaters.
Okay.
Oh my
It's
God, for
so
a couple of
cold
days.
here. It's so cold here that we have a boiler. We don't have a furnace. We have a boiler. So it's baseboard heating. It's so cold here. I went upstairs and my son has on the electric fireplace and he has 2 burners on the stove going. That's how cold it is upstairs. It got to 60 degrees in here. And
Yeah.
that's with a that's with the boiler on set at 72 degrees.
Yep. You know what? And Donna, I believe that too. I've seen it where lizards
Yeah.
fall. They just fall right out of the trees there.
They do.
It's so
In
cold, they
Florida.
just fall right out of the trees.
They do.
You know, we used to have in Wyoming, it was so cold that we would turn our ovens on and open the doors and let the heat from the oven go through the house.
You can have it, zombie. We went without a furnace
Mhm.
for like 3 months 1 year. And I'll tell you, we had that oven door open and we had those burners on and we had heaters and
See?
and it was it and that happened to be one of the coldest winters we ever had.
Yep. Turn the oven on and bake something. You're right. That'll warm up your house in a heartbeat, whether you want to eat it or not. Just bake
Yeah,
it.
it baked us.
Just bake it anyway.
Whether you want to eat it or not, just bake it anyway.
Bake it anyway. Just put some milk and some bread and some salt and some baking powder and make some bread and stick it in the oven. And I'm telling you what, it'll warm up your house. And maybe
My mom had a wood burning fireplace. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous.
we have one.
And some dumbass convinced her into switching it over to gas.
We have a wood burning one, but now we have to find the wood to put in it because everybody is hoarding the wood. They know, ChaCha, they know. I told you, they know it's coming. And I've been telling everybody, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Nobody believes me. Nobody
Well,
believes
you're
it.
the one that said and that it's going to snow. So
And it's going to snow, and all the people that have came here from the East Coast are going to be outside jumping around in it going, this is amazing, this is amazing. And all your Southern Texas people are going to be in their house going, this is ridiculous.
See, Zombie, and that's why we have gas, because I refuse. When my son and I were looking for houses, I refused to get a house that did not have gas, just for that reason. Because if the power goes out, okay,
Right.
you don't have the electric start,
right,
but if you have a lighter, you can light
Right.
it, poof,
right.
and you can still cook. So yeah, I
No,
refuse.
we don't have gas in my house. It's all electric.
I would not.
But I have a fireplace.
But I would not live in a house with just electric.
Oh
My
well,
mom
you know
does.
what? You're smart. They don't have any gas lines on my whole neighborhood. Nobody
Wow.
here. Nobody.
Wow.
Nobody.
I-
My mom does 2
If
blocks.
power goes out, I go to a hotel. Okay.
And you hope that the power's not out there.
And I've done it before and I will do it again. Okay.
Oh my God, Zombie, you grew up with no power and running water. Oh my God, wood
Bless
stove
her
to
heart.
cook and heat.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh my God. Are you a hillbilly?
No, he's in Canada where it's really
Oh
cold.
my God.
He's in
No
Canada.
water or oh my God.
No
Well, that's
water,
how
no power.
Which
my
means you had no
grandparents
bathroom
were.
in your house, correct?
Yeah, he had no
Can
bathroom.
you imagine
Um,
getting up in the middle of the night and having to go to the bathroom and go outside? Oh, hell no.
They did on Little House on the Prairie all the time.
Yeah.
No. There
That's
would
how
be a
my
bucket at the
grandparents
back
were
door
on
or
the ranch.
something.
My grandparents on the ranch, no running water. They didn't have electricity. They didn't have anything. And they did very well. Thank you very much.
But they didn't get snow.
KMM, I used to love the crackling sound of a
No.
fire. My grandfather used to use the
No.
fireplace all the time until one of the houses I lived in burnt down and the house next door burnt down. I'm done with crackling fires.
Oh
Yeah,
my
right,
God, Zombie said try peeing at
Right.
negative 50
Exactly. You're peeing ice cream.
outside. Try
When
peeing
it comes out, it freezes.
instantly.
Oh my God, he can't do that and break off. Okay. Like an icicle.
That's exactly what happens.
Oh my God, TMI. For entertainment purposes only. Okay. All of the above.
And then you make the mistake, you're sitting there and the one thing that you want to do is keep your head warm. The rest of your body will stay warm if you keep your head warm. So you put on this stocking cap to keep your head warm and your nose starts running and you go, and it freezes instantly and it shuts your sinuses off. Yeah,
Yes.
there you go. I know all about all that stuff.
Yeah.
I
You
lived
have
in
to
that
keep your
area.
head and your feet warm.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And then your head starts sweating and then your bangs come down and they're all wet and they're icicles when you get to wherever you're
know,
going.
I went to parochial school when I was through 8th grade. I lived 1 block away from school. And I mean, you hear the jokes. We walked up the hill, over the river, and through the woods
Through the woods.
for
And
2 miles in 10 feet of snow. I swear, by the time I left school and got home, my hair was frozen.
Yep, I did. That is no joke. I did. That is the truth. In Wyoming, it is the truth. We put on our thing. We put on our stocking cap and our down coat and our snow boots and our gloves, and we'd get to school and we'd have icicles all over our face. Our hair was all icicles, and the top of our hair was dry from the hat. Yeah.
Well, Zombie, you know
Yeah.
what? Bless you for making it through that, because
I could not pee in weather that is negative 50 degrees. I'm sorry. I would have to bust a bladder.
no,
No, a pot. There would be a pot in my house.
and you said there'd be a bucket at the back door.
Yeah, there'd be a bucket at the back door.
room service. Okay.
No,
At the hotel.
snowmobile to school. Look at, see, snowmobile to school. I can't imagine. I mean, We couldn't snowmobile to school. We had to walk to school.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
Texas gets hurricanes. Okay, so
Yeah, you know what? I was just talking to somebody about that. I said,
yeah.
everybody, I was talking to a girl and she was in Iowa and she said, it is so cold here right now. And I said, it's not cold here. It's about 60, 70 degrees right now, but we're supposed to get it this next weekend. And she said, oh my God, what you guys are going to what are you going to do with the snow? And I said, you know what? They're going to freak out and they're going to shut everything down. But I said, what would happen if you guys got a warning of a hurricane for you guys would be freaking out and not knowing what to do then. And I said, and these people calmly go to the to the Lowe's and get their boards and they know what they're doing and they don't even worry about it. So you know what? Everybody has their thing that they're afraid of or they're scared of or whatever they live and have to deal with.
Exactly. As long as you have water and food to eat and a little shelter, you usually are going to be okay because it always works out.
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't. But you know what? And the other thing that we're lucky about is hurricane season's in the summertime. So if it blows it away, it's gonna be hot. You might melt. You might melt, but you're not gonna freeze to death. You don't have any electricity and you don't have any water.
Oh, zombie. 7-Eleven's closed there when it's that cold. The towel heads here never close. The gas stations, 7-Elevens, party stores.
7-Elevens will be closed. Everything will be closed down. It will be like a ghost town if we get too much snow.
Yeah. Oh, heavens, please, okay?
Mm,
People don't know what to do, especially in the ice. Nobody knows what to do with ice.
no.
Okay?
No.
That's the scariest part of all, okay?
Yeah. They throw down sand and hope it goes away.
Oh my God. I need to look at the weather. I never expect anything like that.
Yep, it's coming. It's coming this next weekend, and everybody's going to be in their house watching reruns of I Love Lucy or something because they're not going to be out in it.
Donna, the rule of thumb here is that with the wind chill, no matter what the degrees is, with the wind chill of minus 20 or anything above that, the schools close.
Well, see, there you go. Well,
people freeze, right?
Well, yeah.
All those kids freeze standing there waiting for the school bus.
Right. They freeze, right?
Yeah. You can only wrap
some of the parents, I live right at the corner of where there's a school bus pickup, and some of those kids are out there a half hour before the bus comes.
I got to tell you.
Parents drop them off on the way to work.
We moved here in October, the latter part of October, and in December, I was out in the Gulf swimming around, and people were driving down the beach looking at me like, what? Look at that. Is that girl crazy or what? And I thought, this is amazing. This is amazing coming from minus 20 degrees where I could go and even have cold enough water to swim in. That is
that would be fun, zombie. That probably would be fun if you had the whole family and stuff together.
Yeah, and y'all sit around and you play games and you do things, and
unless you had a family like mine that were trying to stab each other in the back.
Oh my God, you're so normal. Okay. Oh my God, that is so funny. You're not helping with that knife, okay?
Back in '86, we had a blizzard. Then freezing.
There's no more room for knives.
Staying on the farm was actually fun. I bet it was. I bet it was. Yeah.
Well, that's the time you make soup, okay, and a lot of it.
Yeah, you make soup and you make a lot of bread, and you play.
My son was born in '86.
Somebody gets boardwalk, and then they beat you up because you got boardwalk and Park Place. Yeah. I'm not playing anymore. Here, take the game. You got boardwalk. Okay.
I've heard about him, Donna.
Yeah, Ryan, and I watch Mark on Weatherman Plus. He's good. I like Mark on Weatherman Plus.
Well, I'm gonna have to check on that.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I didn't believe you about the snow.
Okay, well, you'll believe me when you walk outside and you take a big whiff and it smells like your freezer. When you stick your nose in your freezer.
Okay.
Then you'll know. You'll know. Here it comes. Here it comes. It's
Okay.
coming.
Okay.
Well, lady, it's that
Is
time.
it that time?
It's that time, ladies.
I won't be here on Thursday. Chacha has a guest she wants to bring on with you and Linda. She wants to bring Dale on with you, so you guys can talk.
I'm throwing it out there from a man's perspective. Okay. If that's fine, great, and if not, then it's fine too. Doesn't make any
But I won't be here because I'm going to be talking to people about how to get rid of their eye wrinkles. So
Well, I can always remove him if I don't like him.
you're gonna like him, okay? I can guarantee you're gonna like him.
Love you all. Thank you.
love y'all. Have a great evening.
Good night. Stay warm, everybody.
Stay warm wherever you are. Stay warm.
For entertainment purposes only.
Right.
From shady news to crime so rough, you already know we just can't make this stuff